Hello and welcome to Talks with Kim. I'm Kim and thank you so much for joining us today. Today I have with me fitness expert Tom Feeney. Hi Tom.
Hello, hello.
He is
Thanks for having
live from, yeah, thanks for joining. I'm so excited to have you. He is here from Chicago and the goal of today with the Talks with Kim is to keep moving. As we all know, we have been put into this world of where we're sitting more, we're on Zoom calls, we are not moving quite as much, and that can increase stress, it can increase pain. And so I have asked Tom today to talk with us and share his thoughts, and he has been great and put together a video for us on how to keep moving. So Tom, can you tell us a little bit about how keeping moving can eliminate stress and help us stay healthy?
For sure. I think we all know that movement is part of what our bodies are meant to do. And in these times, and a lot of times we find ourselves sitting a lot and not moving at all. Movement in and of itself is going to really alleviate stress just by changing the state, changing your state, right? Because we get into our seated positions, we get hunkered down with work, things start building up, and really we just want to get out of that state. And it can be as easy as just taking a walk, getting up, doing a few squats, some breathing drills, which I put in the video. But that's what I really work with my clients on is, understanding that what movement can do in the moment, right? Because we really get into our heads a lot and the stress just builds up. And sometimes it's hard just to get out of that. And that's why we talk a lot about just getting up and just moving our bodies, just moving our joints. Because when we do that, it's basically getting the blood flowing. And with the blood flowing, we get the oxygen going, and you can change your state right there. And I know you're big in meditation and stuff, and breathing becomes a huge component of that. And that's why working out vigorously or just working out in general is so beneficial, because it can, again, change that state and get us thinking in a different perspective.
So Tom, as a fitness expert and a moving expert, it sounds like, how often do you get up during the day and move so you stay healthy and feel less stressful?
Well, great question, because usually with my job, I'm moving all the time. I kind of have the opposite where I'm always standing, moving around with my clients. It was typical for me to have, 10-hour days. It's interesting, during the COVID, I was not doing that. I was doing a lot of the virtual stuff. So I was doing a lot of standing and watching. So I myself had to realize I need to get up and move. And so I personally have a movement practice I start every morning with, and I do a little bit of that in the video, just some joint movements. So I always start my day with movement, and I highly recommend that for all my clients. And that's, depending where they are and the movement scale, I always try to introduce that into their day. It's always great to start the day with movement. And I always set some time aside to do my workout. So, whether it's 45 minutes, an hour, a half hour, I try to get in a workout at least once a day. And it doesn't have to be strenuous. And I don't say that, I work out every day. I just make sure movement is always a part of my day. And sure, you and I have talked about, we want to lift some weights, of course. But we really just want to get up and at least move our bodies in as many different directions as we can, with a lot of intent, as much as we can. I can't stress that enough. As you know, I'm big on movement, and it's something we need to not only do now, but next week, next month, for the rest of our lives. And so that's all I'm always saying. You got to keep moving.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like as I've gotten older, as we talked about, moving is something that needs to happen. And, as a personal trainer, and you've been doing this for a long time, what is your recommendation? You mentioned 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. And I hear a lot of people saying, I don't have time. I'm so busy. I can't carve out 30, 45 minutes to work out. So in your experience, is it really okay to just work out for 20 to 30 minutes if you're doing it every day and then incorporating other movement? Or do we really need to focus on that 45 minutes?
Yeah, I don't think, there's such a set time, the magic number. I usually work in hour increments, so it's easy to say, working out for an hour. It really depends on the person. That's what I do, as a personal trainer, is trying to meet my clients where they're at. sure, it'd be great if we all could set aside an hour to work out, but that's not viable for everyone. So it can be something where you're doing 10, 15 minutes of movement, and that could be enough. And so, depending on, again, where you're at, like getting up and just getting on the ground and moving around to start. If you haven't been moving in a long while, like that 10 or 15 minutes might be where you need to start. And then building from there. Don't try to complicate this, especially when you're just beginning and just starting to move. It's just the behavior, right? It's the behavior of trying to incorporate that into an already busy schedule.
Great. Thank you so much. It's so awesome to have you on Talks with Kim. And now I want to share the video that Tom put together for all of us. I hope that you enjoy, and hang tight while I hopefully do this without technical difficulties.
Hey, welcome in for a quick 5-minute movement break. Let's go ahead and push that computer away, and let's move our body to get the blood flowing and bring that stress down just a little bit. All right, we're going to go through 3 exercises. All I ask is that there's no pain. You do your best to control the motion, being very mindful of what we're moving, and de-stress. All right, we're going to move through our shoulder blades first. So what I'm going to have you do is bring your hands out in front, make some tight little fists. Okay, create a little tension in through those fists, bring them up through our forearms, into our biceps and triceps. So then we got a nice line of tension into our shoulder blades. We're going to focus on moving our shoulder blades forward, up, squeeze them together onto our back, pulling them down our back to complete the circle. And we're going to keep that going through 5 circles. And our goal is to create a bigger circle on each pass. Up, back, squeeze together, pull them down our back, bring them forward. And then we're going to reverse, shoulder blades together, carving out those corners to make a nice smooth circle. Another thing I want you to think about is don't move any other part of your body, so don't let that head come forward. Try not to bend our elbows, so the motion is just coming from our shoulder blades that need a little bit of attention. All right, there's our shoulder blades. Next, grab your phone. I know it's handy. We're going to challenge you. I'm going to have you put that phone right on your forearm so we can move through our wrist circles. We're going to pull our hand towards us, look at our palm, pinky to the inside, try to show the palm, thumb to the inside. Go ahead and look at that palm again with your goal of trying to increase that circle on each rep, not allowing that phone to drop. Let's reverse the other way. Again, that'll keep, with the phone, will keep you true to your wrist mobility. We're trying to create as much range of motion that we have through our 2 joints we're working on, our shoulder blades and our wrists. Okay, no pain. If there's any pain, make the circle a little smaller. I'm failed. Let's drop the phone. All right, that's your second exercise. Make sure you do the other wrist as well. Third one is a quick breathing drill. All I'm going to have you do is take deep breaths in, hold for a count, and just relax it out. Deep breath in, pause, let it out. And just relax that breath out. Our goal is to pull that breath not only in through our chest, but into our belly. Good way to do that. Put our hand on our belly, hand on our chest. Get our hand on our belly to raise up first. Hand on our chest, raise up second. Pause, and let it out. So breathe in. Exhale out. About 10 of those. So we got our shoulder blades, we got our wrist, we got a good breathing drill. That should give you about 5 minutes of good work. Hopefully we'll upregulate, de-stress you. Give it a shot. Good luck.
Awesome.
That's fun listening to yourself.
You what?
I love listening to myself. That's
oh yeah, yes. It was awesome, and I did the exercises as well. You were doing it on the video. I just was trying not to make any noise because I wasn't sure if it would move back to our conversation. So, but no, I'm so like, that is perfect. It takes 5 minutes, and I had tried them when I watched the video the first time, and I felt much better, and I can already see my shoulders are slouching. So it's like a good reminder to sit up as you're working.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, is there any last little tidbits or anything you want to share with our viewers today to help with
Yeah, I
this?
think well, I think it's just, like I said, it's just, keep it simple. Movement is movement. We're all, our bodies are meant to do it as much as you can. Even with a little bit of time, like you saw in 5 minutes, you can really change your state. And that's essentially what you're trying to do when you're in a stressful state. You're trying to get out of that state. Movement is a great way to do it, adding the breathing in, and I think that can really help folks.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Tom, for being a guest. It's been great to catch up. And for all of you out there who are feeling this pain and this stress of COVID and work from home and all the changes that we've all experienced in the last 6 months, this video is a great reminder to keep moving. Remember to take deep breaths and meditate, and we will talk to you soon. Have a great day and weekend, and talk to you later.